We are now closer to 2026 than we were to 2024, and that terrifies me. Hey, welcome back. It's Sharon if you're new here. I'm here to share a few summer favorites now that summer is nearly done and over. Briefly popping in to thank Squarespace for always being so supportive of my channel. If you don't know, Squarespace is an online website platform dedicated to help you and your business stand out in the digital world. Whether you're looking to sell your products and/or services, or even create a portfolio, Squarespace can get you started. With thousands of beautifully designed templates, fully customizable to fit your needs, building a professional online space has never been easier. You'll also have access to other helpful tools like analyzing website traffic, audience engagement, and domain name recommendations, along with 24/7 support and analytics if you ever get stuck. But the best part is you get to try all of this out for free with a free trial of squarespace.com, and once you're ready to launch, you can use my code to save 10% off your first purchase of a domain or website. But yeah, let's get into what I've been enjoying this past summer. I've done several favorites videos in the past, but I feel like this particular one will be more style focused than any of my other videos. I mean, as a girl, I've always loved clothes. I wouldn't go as far as saying I was like super stylish or was like super well dressed, but I did really have a love for clothes, and that sort of like comes and goes in wavelengths. I think throughout life there are times when that love comes back full force, and this summer was one of those times. So I'm gonna share a few summer staples that I've been wearing, like my outfit rotations over the past year or so. I've leaned more towards basics than experimental pieces compared to like my earlier 20s, especially when I was more obsessed with everything vintage. I really liked like statement pieces, like out there clothing, and not that I don't love them anymore, I still do, but I think I just love them more on others than me. I've tamed my style choices, and so now I'm just a basic bitch, but in a good way. I mean, at least I like to think. The thing about basics is that you could literally wear them on rotation. Like you could pair them and style them with so many of your other clothings and all your other garments in your closet. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this was the hottest summer like in the recent 5 years, and so I've just been trying to find and style things that are cute but still comfortable and breathable, and it doesn't cling too much on my skin, or at least if it does, it sort of like absorbs some of the sweat. These little tanks from Glowny, very strappy, like super normal, just like boring white tank top. The same one in black. The crop is just right, and because of the thinner straps, it's just more breathable, it's cooler. You can just pair them with jeans and or shorts or skirts, even like anything. Another basic tank. This is from Nothing Written. Less strappy than the Glowny tank tops, but it's more cropped, so I think it gives like a nice cinched silhouette, slightly ribbed texture. A classic ribbed white tank top just gives the whole like jeans and white t-shirt girl vibes, like LA vibes, that I just love. I think I mainly purchased only white or black tanks just because I don't wear a ton of color. I mean, it's not like I have an aversion to color, probably just me trying to play it safe. It's just easier if everything's just monotone. If and when I do buy colored pieces, it's only because I really like them. This one is from Eve Sage. This one isn't cropped, which I like. I feel more safe in this. I don't have to worry about like showing too much skin, especially here. I mean, I'm not as self-conscious about body exposure anywhere else, like especially in Europe, but here in Seoul I do get very self-conscious if I feel like I might be showing too much skin. I'm not really complaining, it's just I guess different in every culture, but I did need something that would make me feel less like trying to cage myself in. I will say though that I haven't found a good loose fitted tank yet, or maybe I'm just looking in the wrong pieces. Personally, I think brands in recent days have been just more focused on creating quality pieces that are a little too thick and that have like a little too much tension within the material, because I think sometimes consumers or customers confuse that with higher quality. But I think something can be just as great, you know, a bit softer and a bit more sheer and slightly more flimsy. Last of my summer tank tops. These are both by the brand Repost or Repause, a simple black and this dark gray. In certain lights, it's almost like slightly brown too, different from the other tank tops that I've been hoarding. It has like more of a deeper cut, and I think it's just really flattering on the body, and it really accentuates like a sort of femininity, in my opinion. Makes me feel super dainty and delicate whenever I wear this out. And plus, this is more leaning towards that flimsy material that I've been searching for than the other ones. And it's stretchier too, which makes it super comfortable. Another obsession I've had style-wise this summer, vintage Levi's jeans. And I need to add a very crucial, specific detail. Vintage Levi's jeans that don't fit right. Vintage pieces that just hang very awkwardly and loosely on the body. I don't know, I just adore the whole vibe and that whole look. First pair of vintage Levi's I've ever had, my vintage 501s, and I think this was in a women's 30 or not, I don't know. But I cannot wear this without rolling it up, because otherwise it's just too big for me and it'll fall right off. But I love it, and I love the washing too. It's not super dark, but it's like, I think it's medium wash. Recently I've been loving a more complex wash. I don't even know how to describe it. I'm sorry, I'm not an expert, but I love it when you can see a bit of the wash and like the wrinkled details of the fabric. Second pair, these actually fit me pretty well. I feel like it's the most form-fitting pair. Slightly boot cut, it's a bit flared at the end, and it has a darker wash. I like pairing this with like a basic white tee or even like a blouse like this one. You can see where it's like sort of worn in on the hems here, just because I'm such a short girl. My entire life, no pair of pants have ever not dragged down on the floor. So it's a bit inevitable for me. I always have to wear shoes that have like a bit of a heel on them whenever I wear this. And then other pairs I have are the 505s and the 907. These are actually longer than the other ones, so I always roll them up, like cuff them a little at the end. I think that's also kind of a vibe, a full cuffed jeans look. Moving on to accessories. I've been obsessed, especially this summer, with all different kinds of jewelry. I've never been an accessories girl per se in the past. I didn't wear that many rings or bracelets or like even necklaces to begin with. The most I would wear were earrings. But this summer I really leaned in towards the bling, and so I got a bunch of different silver pieces, and I keep them all in this little pouch from Lie Studio that came with the ring that I got from them. It's one of their more like basic rings, but it's still bold enough to make a statement and give your outfit a little pop. I've been obsessed with thin silver bangles from Another Layer. I wear her practically every day with all my outfits. My wrists are on the more like bonier, skinnier side, so it's really hard for me to find bangles that just won't fall off my hands. And this is just like the perfect size, and plus I like that it's the open close type bangle. It's just that much easier to slip on and off. I actually had two. I had another pair, but I lost one of them on my trip to Marseille and was crushed. Here. Let me just dump out. This recent fascination for jewelry has unlocked a new obsession that I never knew I had pinky rings. I don't know what it is, but it's so cute. I love a good ring stack, and I feel like a pinky ring is just the perfect final touch. Most of my jewelry pieces are either from my friend's brand. I've mentioned them on my channel before. It's Tor, which means stone in Korean. They create like the most intricate, delicate, like dainty accessories. They design all their pieces themselves, and yeah, they never disappoint. A recent bracelet I bought from them, this like woven chain. I don't know what you call these, but yeah. Ooh, and a recent fun purchase I made back when I was visiting Paris. This like acrylic mixed metals ring from Le Monceau. They have all these like fun pieces. They're mostly all on the chunky side. They also have like really fun colors too, but I just got them more in this basic shade range. Beaded necklaces. I think this summer was the summer of beaded necklaces and tanks. I think everyone was wearing them in some form or another. Even to this outfit, it adds like a nice fun element to it. I've especially been loving like an all white look with either like a black beaded necklace or this like deep red one. And this one is slightly different from the usual circular bead. It's more in this little pebble shape. I've never seen a bracelet clasp like this. It's magnetic, and it's like this silver little sphere bead that just like blends so seamlessly in with the rest of the bracelet that no one would know this was the clasp. And it's so, I mean, not to exaggerate, but this is a revolutionary piece. All the girls have experienced this at least once in their lives, but it's so hard putting on a bracelet all by yourself, like getting that clasp to like, but this, so easy. You've been seeing me with these on for the past couple of vlogs. I've been obsessed. It's these blue light glasses by Chevaux. This is their Ginny. They also have just your regular sunglasses, just your tinted black ones, and also I think the transition lenses where it kind of looks like this indoors and it turns back to your regular sunglasses outdoors. I mainly bought these so that I could wear them whenever I'm editing because my eyes have been so sore the past year. I could like actually physically feel my eyeballs drying out, so I think it was due time that I found a form of protection for my eyes. But I love them so much that now I wear them even when I'm not editing. I just wear them out. I like looking a bit nerdy when I wear these out. I think it's a vibe. Tiny black bags like this one. Basically, I've been carrying around the same 2 bags the entire month, and one of them is this mini like silk bag from Home of High. They're a brand based in London. Their entire collection, I think, or at least like 90% of it, is all silk. This is actually really old. This isn't a new purchase. It's been what, like 3 or 4 years since I've had this, and you can tell it's been loved because it's like scuffed on the edges, and I don't know how to take care of my things. I'm just gonna admit it to you here. I'm pretty rough with everything. The more I love it, the more I will destroy it, inevitably. The other one is relatively new. I bought this back in June. Been looking for a decent, genuine leather bag that wasn't super heavy, and this is just perfect. It almost looks like a clutch. It doesn't have too many details. It's kind of like a drawstring. I don't know. It's so basic, but it's also like so chic. It almost reminds me of that bag from The Row, but I actually like this better because the straps, you could actually loop it through your shoulders. I think the one from The Row is more of a clutch, and I'm sorry, I can't be bothered to be carrying around anything. I don't like to have anything in my hands, and especially since I've started vlogging. I mean, I need to be holding a camera in one hand. I'm not gonna be holding a bag in the other. It's just not something I can do. This is more of like homeware. I wear them at home all the time. It's by the same brand where I buy my bed sheets from. I don't know how they do it, but they find like the best fabrics for everything. Light and breathable even in the summer. Even though these are full length pants, it doesn't trap any body heat. I don't sweat at all in these, but because of its longer length, I think I could get away with it even during like fall or winter. So I'm probably gonna buy another pair in a different shade range. They had like a baby pink shade and I think it was like a darker blue. Not sure which one I'm gonna get, but right now I'm leaning more towards pink. Not a favorite, but I thought while we're here, might as well share my recent lip combo because I've been getting a lot of DMs. And you know what? I think asking someone about their lip combo is probably the best compliment a girl can receive. Like instant validation in that moment. So thank you to everyone who's been asking me on or offline. Sadly, I'm one of those people that layer on a bunch of different products just to create one shade. The outcome isn't half as complex as the process. Right now, I have probably about like 5 or 6 products on my lips. I know. Crazy. First step I do is sort of contour my lip, top, bottom, and corner with this Palladio lip tint or lip marker. I layer that on to give it that first layer of color. I know this used to be like a viral product on TikTok, or maybe it still is, but I first saw it on a recent Allure video with Renee Rep. I've always loved her lip combo, and so when she revealed all her products, I was like, yes, I need to get that. I go over it with this lip liner from Makeup Forever in the shade Wherever Walnut. Slightly pink, slightly mauve. I don't know how to describe the color, but it's just a very neutral lip shade that I think is the closest to my natural lip color. And then I contour a bit more the top and the bottom of my lips to give it that sort of like plump. It just creates a bit of shadow and makes my lips look more full without me needing to overline my lips. I always use the same ones. It's either Toast or Espresso. It's the only ones I use. And while we're on the subject of my daily makeup, this summer was the summer I finally went full nude. Like full bare, like no, not even concealer, like no foundation, no base makeup was done throughout the entire summer. And it's not because I was trying to achieve a certain look, but mostly because I feel like it was just pretty pointless if I was gonna just sweat it all off at the end of the day. And it has been the most liberating thing ever. I don't worry about my face melting off during the middle of the day, and I can just enjoy my day that much more. How I get away with no base makeup is of course proper skincare, but I also use this pocket blush, again by Rhode, in the shade Piggy. I even have it on me now. I don't know if it picks up on the camera, but it just adds like a really nice natural flush to the skin. Instantly brightens up my face even without any base makeup. But I think you could do it with any other cream blush as long as it's really pigmented, either like a really bright red that I know looks scary, but once you like dab it on, blot it out, it just adds the most gorgeous natural flush. Or if you're too scared for that, you could also probably get away with like a cool toned pastel pink or like lavender purple blush. This shade is just the perfect example of that. I am finally done. We have gone through every bit of everything that I've either worn or carried or whatever throughout this entire summer. I hope this was a fun video for you. This has never been like a fashion channel. Let me know if this is something that you liked and would like to keep seeing. Maybe I could do one similar to this for fall. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next